Hello Facebook ads people, I'm Konstantinos, and today we're going to discuss about the AI that is going to make our lives easier because we can now generate copies for our Facebook ads. So if you consider it, actually the social media and Facebook and stuff, it's 20 years old, something like that, which is actually nothing, right? And in all of these years it has evolved a lot more and more and more, and the technology also and stuff. So now we have the AI. We all hear about AI and stuff, but when you actually work with AI, you see and you're actually mesmerized by the results that you're going to see. So basically there is a new AI, it's called Chat GPT. Yeah, GPT, it's called ChatGPT, and basically it's an AI that is helping you to generate copies for emails, for Facebook ads, for whatever you might think of. It's actually, we had AIs, so it's not something that is actually new. We had many programs that they were paid. This is coming from OpenAI. It's actually for free, for now, I guess so. And the truth is that it's working much better than the others. I'm going to go in a little bit on my PC to show you and play a little bit with it so that you can understand it. But for sure, if you don't have a copywriter, I think that you should try to do it with this. I have tested it. I can tell you that it's winning in terms of results other copywriters and stuff. I'm super happy with it. I really like it. Am I going to fire my copywriting team? No, because I truly believe that the human factor is also important. But what if the copywriters now are using this and then they adjust it to whatever they have to do in order to work properly? In my opinion, if you don't have the budget, it's going to help you a lot to have copies, good copies for your ads. If you have the budget, it's going to help your copywriters to have more ideas and so on. So let me show you where you can find it, how it's working. It's very easy, it's free. First of all, you go to OpenAI/blog/ChatGPT. Come here and you press try ChatGPT. It's going to ask you to create one account to OpenAI, which is going to be completely free, so go and do it. And then you're coming to this place over here. As you can see, it says we're experiencing exceptionally high demand. A lot of people are actually know that and they are testing it, and it's actually very good. So let's discuss a little bit about the way that this is working. So let's refresh it so that we can be sure. And let's come here and let's say, write a copy for a skincare brand. We're waiting a little bit, of course. And you're going to see that it's going to start writing copy. So the way that this is working is that it's looking on other advertisement, it's going to search on different sites, it's going to, search all of this kind of stuff. And as you can see, it's writing already the copy. But the point is not that it's writing the copy. The copy, of course, is good and everything. The point is that you can play with it. And let me show you what I mean by that. Okay, so here you have your copy. Now you can say, for example, make it 2 paragraph long. The brand should be appealing to people over 40 years old. Let's see what it's going to do. So it starts writing. Let's see where it's going to mention about the 40 years old. It says anti-aging, which it wasn't saying before. Perfect. It talks about wrinkles, reveals smoother more. So it makes it like this. Now, let's say that we want to make it more. So let's say add more proof of concept to increase sales. Because now we have our thing and we can say, okay, add emojis, add bullet points, add more proof of concept. Most probably it's going to add some, let's say, review or something like that. Let's see what it says. Okay, so it's talking about a full refund. We're going to remove this because we don't want it. Okay. So we can say here, remove the full refund and mention 2 5-star reviews. I press start, so I don't know what is, I don't know if it's going to understand it. It's actually very funny because the more you play with it, the more you understand that it understands even the mistakes that you're going to make on the text. So it actually improved that. Okay. Oh, it does it. Okay, so it understood. So it puts a review from Sarah and another one from John. Okay, for example, here you can say add reviews only from females, because you have to give it all the parameters. Okay, you have to tell it that it's a female brand. You know, you can make a very good explanation. Write a copy with bullet points, emojis, for example, for a woman's skincare brand that it's more appealing to 40 years old, and so on and so on. Now, apart from that, I'm going to play a little bit and, for example, make it to put some bullet points so that you can see how it works, and add some emojis, because I really also like the fact that so it removed the John and put now Emily. It's actually pretty fascinating, right? All the things that it's doing. So here, let's say that make it shorter and add some emojis. Let's see what it's going to do. Okay, so it starts with an emoji. The emojis that it's actually using, they're very good. They're having some, I really like them. I really like them in the way that it's using them. This is a very good copy for Facebook, okay? And now let's say, for example, make me 5 versions, 5 different versions. When you are ready and you want to have 5 different versions for all of your dynamic ads, then it's going to create for you 5 actual different versions of all of it. Let's see if it's going to understand it. I'm also curious. Okay, so it's starting now. It says number 1 and it's putting this one. So let's see all the versions that it's going to do. Number 2. Okay, so you get my point. It's giving different versions of everything and stuff. I think that for me, the most important thing is to do the introduction of how it's working and explain a little bit of how it's working here. But after that, I think that you should go and you should play with it. As I told you in the start of the video, it's something that I really enjoy to do. For example, you can say here, add emojis to text 2 and 4. So now it's going to add emojis only in text 2 and 4. It's actually like you're having a discussion with someone, okay? And you're telling them to do something. For example, let's say that this is your employee and you're telling them, I like the copies, just do this there. Let's see if it's going to do it. There you go. You have immediately doing it. For the text 2 and 4, it's going to add emojis. On the text 3, it's not going to add an emoji. On the text 4, it's going to. So you're getting the point. But now I'm going to reset it and I'm going to show you some other things that I find super interesting, just, you know, just for fun, okay? So the next 2 or 3 minutes are not going to be about Facebook ads, but they're actually super interesting. I will see you there. So another thing that you can do is that if somebody made copies or you had copies from the past and everything, you can give the copy over here, for example, this one, and say, make it better. Something like that, okay? Or you can say, rewrite it without emojis, rewrite it with more emojis. Whatever you may think, you can test it here. And of course, it's going to start producing now another text. It's going to give it another. So it's also telling you to make this statement more informative and engaging. You could try providing more details about the specific products and services offered. You could also highlight some of the unique features or benefits. Additionally, you could include some enticing images or examples. Finally, you could consider using more specific. Okay, and what if we tell them, okay, make the changes. Let's see what it's going to do. Let's see if it's actually going to understand that we want the AI to do it. Oh, it does it. Okay, so it's actually pretty nice that you're having such a direct communication with it, and it understands. So it gave the suggestion and then you said, okay, do the changes, I want to see. Okay, another thing now that I find super interesting is this. So let's say here that we say make blog news post 2 paragraph long about the war in Ukraine. So another thing that I find super interesting here is this, that and this is about watching blogs and stuff and reading the news. Sometimes we have the feeling that someone has the one side or the other side and they're not subjective. Here we have the text over here. We say the war in Ukraine has been ongoing for several years with fighting. So it's actually despite attempts at peace, violence continues to flare up in eastern Ukraine. Okay, so now we say blame Ukraine for the war. And now it's going to rewrite the whole copy by blaming actually Ukraine. And what I found super interesting when I was playing with it is that I don't know if it's going to do it now because obviously it's not putting the same texts. It says Russia has been accused of supporting the separatists. Okay. We can say here the thing, mention that Ukraine downed an airplane flight. So the thing that I was watching the other time that I was seeing this is that basically what the AI did is that it found maybe another news thing and stuff, and you see I put it that down an airplane and it find it immediately about the Malaysia Airlines flight 17. But on the other attempt that I was doing on that, it was actually doing it on its own, which was pretty scary of how it can write. And now you can say, for example, easily blame Russia, for example, or whatever. So you can make even blog posts and stuff. Why am I saying that? I'm saying that because you can use this AI, for example, for your site in order to write all the copies for the about page and to write all the copies about the normal page, explaining your brand and everything. You can even do email sequences. For example, make an email sequence of 3 mails about selling Facebook ad services, for example, to e-commerce owners. I'm not doing email marketing, so you're not going to see this. In the second mail, mention case studies from previous clients. Okay, let's see what it's going to do, because here we are solving also the problem of SMS, of email marketing. I'm talking about people who don't have the money to actually, you see it starting immediately, boost your e-commerce sales with Facebook ads, okay? And it's writing. So we are having this problem of people not having the budget. You are having everything here, it's for free, okay? Here we go to the second email that it's actually talking about the case studies. As you can understand, I don't know, I can keep doing this for hours, so I'm not going to continue. I'm just going to close this small session that I showed you how it's working with a funny thing, which is actually it even writes poems or rap songs. So we're going to write one rap song for Konstantinos, the best Facebook ads master, and we're going to do it like this. So write a rap song for Konstantinos, the best Facebook ads expert. And now it's going to create my song that I'm going to have and sync. Of course, we are that idiots that we're going to sync it here. So let's see what it's going to write. I think that this was the most difficult thing that we asked it to do. Okay, it started. I go by the name of Konstantinos, the Facebook ads expert. That's my alias. I've been in the game for quite some time, helping businesses increase their online sign. I'm the best, ain't no one better. When it comes to Facebook ads, I'm a true go-getter. So if you need some help, just give me a call. I'll get your sales up, don't need to stall. I got the skills and the knowledge, that's for sure. I'll create a campaign that will make you want more. I'll target the right audience, get them to click, and watch your profit rise in a sleek. Okay, I'm the best, ain't no one better. When it comes to Facebook ads, I'm a true go-getter. So if you need some help, just give me a call. I'll get your sales up, don't need to stall. Don't believe me? Just check out my track record. I've got case studies to back up every word. So don't waste your time with the rest. I'm the one you need to pass the test. I'm the best, ain't no better. When it comes to Facebook ads, I'm a true go-getter. Okay, and so on and so on. So as you can understand, now we have a song also. This is what the AI does. I wouldn't be surprised if I start checking all the trappers in Greece and they are writing their songs here, most probably. Okay, that was it. I think it's very interesting. Sometimes I just play with it for 1, 2, 3 hours, which is not good because I'm a busy person, but I really love it. I'm not afraid of it. I'm just admiring it, you know, in a way that it's working. I don't believe that it's going to replace the people again, but I think it's going to be a very good tool in order to help us or help the people that they have a very low budget and they are actually struggling. Don't forget that if you want to learn more about Facebook ads, you can check my book or my free course. And until we meet again, be creative and be consistent, guys.